everyone.
Hey, everybody.
I'm Steve.
I'm Marc.
And this is Smokey Steve and Marc.
Yes, it is.
Welcome or welcome back.
Oh, yes. And it is nice to see you. Obviously, this isn't Mondays with Marc, right?
No, it's not.
Or it could be Mondays with Marc with a special guest.
It could be.
But you're not really a special guest. I mean, you're
Smokey
thank you.
of
Smokeysteveandmarc.
I'm the face of this channel, okay? This is the moneymaker.
Here we go.
The rest of it's just garish filler.
All right, well, we'll go with that. But we have a very fun show for you tonight. Oh, we want to wish everybody a very happy Lunar New Year.
Even if you just found out.
Oh, yeah, right, exactly. I mean, it started yesterday, and it's a long festival, though. It's like 15 or 16 days long, and it did begin yesterday, and we have all kinds of fun stuff to do tonight. We have we have information on what the Lunar New Year is and what the heck a lunar calendar is, too.
Yeah.
I had to do a little research on that one. You'd think I would have known that, right?
Yeah.
Nope. And we have a couple recipes, too, to celebrate the Chinese New Year. It's going to be so much fun. But first, we have to check in. How you doing?
Y'all doing good?
You doing good? We missed you last night for our live stream. We did.
I know. It was kind of like everything kind of slowed down around 6.
Oh, it did.
And it's like, should I be
I know.
doing something? Because that hour is permanently blocked and has been for years.
Right.
You know, very few times did it get changed.
To get changed, I know. Yeah, our lives, we very rarely change that. But originally we thought we might be able to get this video out yesterday in place of the live, but of course, I kept adding stuff to it, so it didn't get done. But it got done for today.
It did get done for today.
Which is good, And then of course we will be taking a little break this week from videos, but just a short break now that it's already Monday, because we'll be back Friday.
Yeah, so it's really not a week.
No, not even a week.
Yeah.
And we'll be back. It'll be all new, y'all. Oh,
Some changes.
Yeah. New backdrop, new intros, outros, new segments. I'm excited.
Same old Smokey Steve and Marc.
Yes, that never changes.
Just freshened up a little.
Yeah. Breathe a little fresh air into it.
Exactly.
I like that. I do like that. So yeah, we hope you are doing good. I don't think we have anything really to
no news.
No, because we had a pretty long chit chat last Friday, right?
Yeah. Long chat.
Yeah, we did. That was the day we talked about the coffee break. That's right.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh yeah, I took all that information into work and said that coffee breaks are more important than ever. So now
How did that go over?
It went over very well.
Good.
Because there's no boss there.
Oh, well, of course it went over.
So now we have 2 breaks in the morning, lunch, 2 breaks in the afternoon. Oh, we're good.
Yeah, you have plenty of time to, I guess, work in between all those breaks.
Right. So, all right, well, why don't we move right along and get to this Lunar New Year stuff, right? So, what the heck is the Lunar New Year? Is it the same as the Chinese New Year, or isn't it? Well, we put together just some interesting facts all about the Lunar New Year. Though in winter, Chinese call their New Year holiday Spring Festival, because start of spring is the first in the terms of the traditional lunar calendar. While wintry weather prevails, start of spring marks the end of the coldest part of winter, when the Chinese could look forward to the beginning of spring.
The date for the Chinese New Year changes every year. It always falls between January 21st and February 20th and is determined by the Chinese lunar calendar. In 2023, Chinese New Year will fall on January 22nd, and it is the Year of the Rabbit.
Traditionally, the festival is celebrated for 16 days leading up to the Lantern Festival, where families gather for dinner, go out and see fireworks, and light lanterns. These lanterns are put up for decoration, let loose to fly, and floated in rivers. Now, the color red is a very, very positive color in China. It represents all good things, like good luck and happiness and good fortune. And giving out red envelopes is very popular at the Chinese New Year. It's a great way to send good wishes and good luck, as well as a couple bucks too, right? And ooh, let's see, do I have anything in here? Nope. Red envelopes are given out from older to younger, from bosses to employees, and from leaders to underlings. It is a special New Year's bonus indeed.
And today, many of these red envelopes are given electronically, often over WeChat, China's most popular communications app.
And on Chinese New Year's Eve, most of China tunes in to watch the New Year's Eve gala on the national television.
This TV show features many Chinese celebrities singing and dancing. It's very similar to the way someone might watch the ball drop in New York City on New Year's Eve.
And there are superstitions too. Washing one's hair or washing clothes is not allowed on the first day of the Lunar New Year because it's seen as washing one's fortunes away. Sweeping up and taking out the garbage, well, people don't do that either. And giving people pears or mirrors as gifts, well, that's also taboo.
For Chinese people, the most important part of the Chinese Spring Festival is to enjoy a reunion dinner with their families on New Year's Eve. 20 million people from Chinese mainland travel long distances for these holidays. This makes CNY the largest annual human migration in the world, known as the Spring Festival Travel Rush.
That's a lot of people. Now, for comparison, less than 100 million people travel more than 50 miles here in the US at Christmas time. And that's according to the American Automobile Association. You know, AAA. And the food! Now, certain foods are eaten during the Chinese New Year purely for their symbolic meanings, like dumplings and meatballs and whole fish. Dumplings, for example, well, they represent wealth. So the more dumplings you eat on New Year's Eve, the wealthier you'll be in the new year. Kind of cool, huh? And oranges, well, they're displayed as well because they're believed to bring luck and good fortune. Got my bowl set out. Oh yeah. And I have a fantastic recipe for you. Oh, to celebrate the Chinese New Year, yes. Y'all, we're gonna make some lion's head meatballs. Oh, this recipe is so delicious, y'all. And it's fairly easy to make too. So now the lion's head meatballs, now that name actually is due to its appearance, but we'll talk a little bit about that later. And this is a classic Chinese cuisine dish, predominantly representing the culinary traditions of Eastern China. Now the lion itself, well, he represents strength and stability and to guard against evil spirits and to welcome in a prosperous new year. Oh, so fitting that we're making this recipe, right? All right, so why don't we get started? And it all starts with our ingredients. Okay, so over here to start, we have our seasonings. And our seasonings are 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, and 1.5 teaspoons of brown sugar. Now, in addition to that, we have about 1 pound of Napa cabbage, and we have that all chopped up. You could also use bok choy if you'd like. We have 2 medium green onions, and they're minced up, and the green parts of those are sliced, and we separated those. We also have 1.5 teaspoons of fresh minced ginger, 1 large egg, which is beaten. We also have about 2 teaspoons of dry sherry, and then we have 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. sauce separated into 1 tablespoon and 2 tablespoons, 1/2 teaspoon of sesame oil, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, about 2 tablespoons of water chestnuts, also all minced up, and then we have 1.5 cups of chicken broth. And that brings us to the star of the show, the meatballs themselves. We have 1 pound of ground pork here. Now, fat is extremely important in this recipe, so I urge you to get the fattiest ground pork you can. There are some recipes out there that use 50% of that ground pork. That's a lot, right? Now, this is a traditional 70-30 blend, which will work just perfectly, but I wouldn't go any leaner than an 80-20 blend, okay? So just so you know. And then a little tip, once you take it out of the package, we're gonna kind of dab that a little with a paper towel to get any excess moisture out that we can, okay? And now we make our meatballs. Alrighty, so in a large bowl, I have my pork in there, and we're gonna add all of our ingredients in there. That will be except our cabbage, our chicken broth, and the 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. We're gonna leave those out for later. So that's our water chestnut, right? And then our cornstarch. So moisture is well, very important and sometimes problematic in this recipe too. So the cornstarch helps with all of that moisture. So we're gonna start off with our 3 tablespoons. We're gonna put that right in. And then as we mix this up, we're just gonna check for consistency, and we can add more cornstarch if we need it. And we're gonna do that by adding just a teaspoon at a time until we get a nice mixture going there, okay? So it's time to get dirty. Yep, we're going to use our fingers to mix this all up. It's pretty good. All right, so now we're going to form our meatballs. Now, traditionally, this dish, the meatballs are very large. Out of 1 pound of ground pork, we're going to make 4 large meatballs. Form it into a ball, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to slightly flatten it so it's not round. Just like that. And we'll set it on a piece of parchment or wax paper until we're ready to cook them. And obviously, repeat with the remaining ground pork mixture. It looked good, huh? All right, so now in our Dutch oven or our deep skillet, I have in there a pretty liberal amount of cooking oil, and that would be like 2 to 3 tablespoons in there, okay? And I have it heated up over medium-high heat. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna fry our meatballs. We're gonna brown them on both sides. They don't have to be cooked all the way through. We're just browning them, okay? So that would be about 4 to 5 minutes on each side, okay? So our meatballs are out and ready to go. We just set them aside for a moment, and I wiped out our pan with a paper towel, and now we're gonna make our broth. So we're gonna put our chicken broth right in there. Oh yes, and that other 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. That right in there like that, and we're gonna bring that up to a boiling, and then we're gonna reduce the heat to a simmer, okay? And then we're gonna add our meatballs all at once. Dun, dun, dun. And then we're gonna cover her up and let that simmer for 10 minutes. All right. Ooh. Okay, so now we are going to add all of our cabbage, and we're just gonna put that right on top so it steams. There we go there. All down in there. Okay, and then we're gonna cover her back up, and we're gonna let that simmer for 15 minutes until our meatballs are cooked all the way through and no pink remain, and our cabbage becomes nice and tender. Alrighty, let's take a look. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, the cabbage is perfect. Oh yes, we are good to go. All right, so now all we have to do is serve her up. So for that, you can serve it as it is, or you can serve it over some rice noodles or white rice. Oh yes, and get a nice little bowl out here. And then we can see. I think I'm gonna do mine over some rice noodles. Put her right in the center, like that. Okay, and then we're gonna get some of our yummy cabbage, and we're gonna put it all around the outside, like so. And then finally, oh yeah, you gotta get some of that yummy broth in there. And we're just gonna ladle that right on top. How about that lion's head meatballs? Oh, wow. I wish you could smell it, really. It smells divine. It really does. So, I told you at the beginning that the name of this dish is due to the dish's appearance, and that would be symbolic as well. The meatball representing the lion's head, and our cabbage or greens around the outside represents his mane. There we have it, our lion's head meatballs for Chinese New Year.
That's a little bit of all right.
Oh yeah, just a little bit. What a cool dish, isn't it?
It smells so good.
Oh, it
smells so
divine.
good.
The whole house smells like
Yeah.
like I was gonna say an Asian buffet, but no, it smells
better than that.
Better than that. It does. It smells so
Asian
good.
buffets smell like crabs a lot.
A lot of times they do,
Well,
yeah.
people wrestle over
Because
them
they
on
always
the
have
hot
crab
table.
legs on them. Yeah. I don't know.
This though is really doing it for me with the
Yeah.
cabbage and the smell of it, and it's in a little broth. And
Mhm.
This one's on noodles, so I'm having this for dinner.
Oh yeah, I'm having mine. I think I'll have mine over rice. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very good. And you know
It
what
is.
I do like about this? And now obviously this is a little Americanized. We
Yeah.
made a little more simple. Anytime you cook anything international, one of the biggest drawbacks of it is that you have to get all these ingredients
I
that you
know.
never would have at home.
And
you
they're
know,
all $5 to $20 a
Each,
piece. So by the
right?
time you make this home cooked meal, it costs $130
Oh, yeah,
to
right?
buy all the ingredients.
Yeah. And this one is nice because there's not really any obscure, ingredients in it. There really isn't, you know. So we hope you enjoyed that. I had a blast making it. And I can't wait. I just can't wait to dig in.
It's gonna be good.
It is.
It's gonna be good.
So we were thinking, what the heck is a lunar calendar anyway, right? This is something that I had to look into a little bit because I wasn't quite sure. So the lunar calendar is also called the Chinese calendar or the yin calendar, right? And it's based on the orbits of the Earth and the Moon. When the Earth and the Moon and the Sun all line up, well, that's the first day of the lunar month.
So when the moon is full, it comes mid-month.
Yeah, the full moon marks the middle of the lunar month. That's true. It is. And an interesting thing, too, is that there are 12 or 13 months in the lunar year.
Now, most Chinese folks nowadays use the Gregorian calendar to track and plan their daily activities.
Yeah, they do. But also, most Chinese, they really do value that lunar calendar because it's used to mark all of their important festivities, such as the Chinese New Year. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
I had to look that up. And there's a lot more to it, as far as the orbits go and all these
This
days.
is just a broad view.
Yeah, it was
of
a little
calendar.
touch of it.
Oh,
But I thought was another thing, too. Do you want to know what your Chinese zodiac sign is? Oh, this is so cool. Check out this website. They have a little tool on there that you can just put your birth date in and it matches you up to your Chinese zodiac sign. Now, that's a little bit long. We'll put the link down in the description below, too. It's a lot of fun. This whole video is kind of like a wink and a nod to Moon Madness.
Kind of, too,
Isn't
because it's above all of this is the moon.
The moon, right?
All of this is instigated and scheduled by it.
But
It
it is. And of course, No celebration, including the Chinese New Year, would be complete without something sweet to eat, right? So, keeping with our little nod to Moon Madness, oh, I have a wonderful recipe to share with you. It's one of my favorite dessert recipes.
Mine too.
We're gonna make a chocolate chip full moon pie. Oh yes, chocolate chip full moon pie today. I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite desserts of all time. Now, we've made this on the channel before. Well, something similar to it, actually twice before, but it was over a year ago. And this recipe is very similar. It's very similar to a Kentucky Derby pie or the Nestle's Toll House pie. Oh yeah, the ingredients are very similar. And those ingredients are so over here we have 4 eggs. We have 1 cup each of brown sugar, white sugar, and all-purpose flour. We have 2 cups of butter, which we have melted, and then we just brought it back to room temperature. 2 cups of finely ground walnuts, 1 package of semi-sweet chocolate chips, and then over there we have a whole tablespoon of vanilla and 1 teaspoon of salt. Now this recipe will make enough for 2 9-inch round pies. Oh yeah, so you will need your pie crust to be all ready to go, just like this, crimped and ready to go. And if you don't need 2 pies, feel free to cut this recipe right in half. It works just as good. Now a little note about these walnuts. Yes, finely ground. A little different than a Kentucky Derby pie, which actually uses pecans, or the Nestle Toll House pie, which the walnuts are kind of just chopped, you know? You want these fine, not like flour, but this is just perfect, okay, for this recipe. So, our first step, we're gonna beat our eggs until they're nice and fluffy. Ha-ha! Alright, okay. Next, we're gonna add both of our sugars. That's our brown sugar and our white sugar, 1 cup each. And then we're just gonna beat that until it's nice and pale and all that sugar is nice and incorporated. Alright, just perfect there. Now, we're gonna add our flour. Bam, just like that. Okay. Ooh, a little left in there. All right, and then we're just gonna mix it on low speed just until it's incorporated, okay? All right, very good. Okay, and now we're gonna add our butter. And again, we're just going to mix this up until the butter is all incorporated into our batter here, okay? We just don't want to overmix, that's all. All right, yay, okay. And next, we add our salt, our vanilla, homemade if you got it, and our ground walnuts. That all in there and mix it until it's combined. That looks good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait. Did I tell you this is like my favorite dessert in the world? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. And last, we add a whole bag of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And then we're just gonna stir it. Stir them all in there. Now we're dividing and baking. Oh yeah, we're gonna divide our batter equally between our 2 pie crusts here. And then we're gonna bake in a 325-degree oven for 1 hour. Now, make sure you have some aluminum foil handy, just in case the edges of your pie crust starts to get a little too brown, you know what I mean? Make little strips and cover them up, and that'll take care of that. Or you can take a piece of aluminum foil and cover the whole pie up if you think the top is getting a little too brown too. Like around 30 minutes, check it and see how brown it is, okay? All right. Okay. Oh, nice. Look at that. All right. Ooh, be careful, be careful. I'm using these aluminum pans because I'm going to be giving one of these away. And they come with lids on them, you know. And they're a little wobbly. Okay. Ooh, that's what we're looking for. Look at that. Nice, nice, nice. I can't wait to dig into this. All right, so now what we're going to do is let these cool down. We have to let them cool down. Don't slice into them yet. It'll just all fall apart everywhere. So we're going to let that cool down at least to room temperature, or you can pop it in the fridge and let it chill that way. And then we're going to decorate it up to look like a full moon. Just powdered sugar, that's all we're adding to it, okay? So I'll see you, I'm going to say in probably an hour or so, okay? Okay, so we're all cooled down. Oh, yes. Okay, so now we're going to like decorate it up a little bit. And for that, we have some powdered sugar here. And we're just going to give that like a nice little dusting of powdered sugar all over it. Heavy in some parts, light in other parts. There. And then why don't we put some little craters in there? There. One there. One there, maybe one over there. Oh my gosh, this is crazy, huh? All right, and that's how we decorate him. And then, nice little slice ready to go here. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Dun, 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 dun. Did I tell you this is my favorite dessert? Like, it's like in the top 5. It is. I don't know if I told you that or not, you know. And then, to finish things off, some more ground walnuts right on the plate. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, there it is, huh? Nice, huh? This is delicious, easy dessert to make. And even though we chilled it a little bit to cut it, this dessert is meant to be served warm. So definitely pop that into the microwave for about 15 seconds before you serve it. And then serve it with some vanilla ice cream or whipped cream on top. Oh, so delicious. And there you have it. My chocolate chip full moon pie. Ah! Did I tell you that this is like one of my favorite desserts?
It's good. It's very good.
Oh, you have to serve it warm though. I mean, it's good cold, but it's
just
way better warm.
Even room temp is like it's good. It's good.
And my favorite way is like, you know, to warm it up and then put the ice cream on it and let it melt. Oh my gosh, talk about indulgent.
I know.
It really
this is definitely a treat among treats.
What a nice couple of recipes, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I think we did the Chinese New Year justice.
I think so.
I think so anyway. I don't know. And I tell you, I'm totally into these to the red envelopes.
Yeah.
I love this tradition. And again, until I looked into the Chinese New Year, I didn't even realize that this was a thing.
I didn't know.
I had seen them maybe once in a while, but I never knew what they were. You know, I love this idea.
Oh, and it's cute.
And it's cute too, right?
Yeah.
The bunny. It's the rabbit this year.
The year of the rabbit?
It is.
I think I was born in the year of the dog.
Were you?
I think. I'll double check.
Yeah, you can
I'll
double
go to our
check
site
now.
and
I'll have
check.
to look mine up
But
too.
I think it was the year of the dog.
Yeah. I don't know.
So,
was mine the dragon? The cat, maybe? I don't. Oh, I'll have to look. We'll let you know.
the rooster.
The rooster.
Or
There's
some
the
menus
ox.
that says
There's
the
an
cock.
ox. There's a cock. There's all kinds.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know about you. I had a blast.
I had fun.
I'm so glad we decided to do this. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll make it a yearly event.
We could.
It happens every year, you know.
There you go. Absolutely. And the food's good and it was easy to do. And
Yeah.
we have pie and it was
We have
stuff I hadn't
lanterns
learned
everywhere,
before.
too.
And we have lanterns everywhere too. So you never know. You never know.
Well, yes, we hope you enjoyed our little
our little hats off to the Chinese New Year.
Absolutely.
And,
if you try either of our dishes, please take a picture, send it to us. Or send it to us on Facebook or Messenger. And we'll share it if you like.
Yeah, I do like to share those every once in a while. We need a few pictures, so definitely shoot us some over, okay?
Absolutely.
And, well, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed the video tonight, and I hope maybe you celebrate the Lunar New Year in some way. You got another 15 days to do it, y'all.
Yeah, it's a long stretch, so there's plenty of time.
Yeah, you do.
So, is that all she wrote?
That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. Well, folks, thank y'all for watching. Please do subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You get alerts when we have new videos and go live. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, email, contact, and all that stuff's in the description. Thank you, and we'll catch up with you next week.
Next week, Friday. We
Friday.
will, yep. Now, we're still going to be around. We have a few shorts to put out there, and we'll be on social media, too. So it's not like we're going anywhere.
And
We're
if
just...
I can't bite my tongue, we'll put something in the community post.
Yeah.
In case there's any updates on,
You know who. Which I'm sure there probably will be,
We'll see if it merits my voice on it. We'll find out.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thanks again, everybody. You have a fantastic week. We'll see you on Friday. Ciao, everybody.
Bye.